silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Mariota flushed to his right, able to fight through one tackle. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Complete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over 1st down and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he works free. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. This defense very accustomed to trying to stop Melvin Gordon. It's the same division, the AFC West, but a different uniform for Gordon, spending 5 years with the Chargers before joining these Broncos in the offseason. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The Raiders take over.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Las Vegas.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of 5.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos, nothing.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Melvin Gordon.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a 1,000-yard rusher is a rookie. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested.
Trying to get it to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
7 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Melvin Gordon on the carry.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
6-yard line.
Second and 12. Bridgewater now. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Broncos 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. They'll try to get to Burns, but it's intercepted. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Is good.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, Just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Bridgewater to throw it. Goes back to Sutton, this time completes it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 38, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Portland Sutton.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Again, Gordon on second and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
To the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more? On the running game. It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw now for the backup Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. A former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Drake. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. This is caught at the end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Play fake, Bridgewater. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to
Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runners to find the hole.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 14. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Well, they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
1st down, Denver.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And able to work his way down to the 16. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Gordon. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown. They're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's caught by Waller out left side. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Carr to throw. Flush to his right. Reception here by Ruggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right. And this game will remain tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
3-yard pickup.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Carter completes it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. Oh, what a juke into space. He takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great game that we got to see and making it extra special.